All right, you guys, we're back. So it looks a lot different now. We've still got our shelves down there to put in. Got a small fridge going right here. We got a double fridge freezer going right here. Not sure about the next hole, and that end hole is where the water pump is going to shove all that stuff. But look, we already got the electric ran. You can kind of see it right there, and there's another one back over in that corner. So we got, there you go, we got 3 outlets down there ready to go, but got all that floor done. We got the second bar top done. So look how that hits. Telling you, the details in it. So we haven't done nothing that you all don't know about yet. We just wanted to show you kind of, we ended up putting that back wall in today. We ran all our electric, 3 outlets in there, painted the back wall, sealed it to the floor, painted the floor again. We had to, everything we did to this big long top the top countertop, we had to actually do the bottom countertop. We did not have that done. So we did that identical to the one that we already showed you. So if this is your first time tuning in, we just showed you on the last video about that long top and the whole process with that. So we duplicated that today, and we went ahead and got everything completely sheeted all the way back here. So we're completely done with all that. And the reason we did not go with our flood coat and all that today, let me tell you this, because this could really help you at home. Come on over here, Tom. This could really help you all out at home. If you look right over my head here, you can see that we've went to the trouble of putting a 12 by 25 pretty thick plastic over here. So what it is, it's typical in a basement. You know, the family here is upstairs right now. We're in their basement. This is all open, and just from them walking and moving around, we really got fortunate. I couldn't tell you, I don't think there's any time that me and Tom have ran into this problem. But just from them walking up and down the hallway upstairs, little particles, little dust particles, all kinds of little things ended up on our top. So we didn't notice yesterday when we put out the video, and as we were getting ready to leave, I looked over at the counter somewhere over in here, and there was probably 8 to 10 little bitty, what looked like little small wood chips or particles. And at first I thought it was Tom somehow. But it turns out it wasn't. We literally, just from them walking upstairs, you know, had a little pile of it right here, had a couple of more over here. So we knew, I'm glad that happened to us so that we didn't have this flood coated, and then we actually find it and find out that happened. So really just we caught a break, a blessing. Just, you know, one more thing that you normally wouldn't even have to think about that we wanted to share with you guys that happened to us, because how often do you look up and think about something like that when you're concentrating on something like this? It's just the luck of the draw that it didn't bite us. So when we came in this morning, we knew right away we didn't want a flood coat today. We needed to get all this up. We didn't have the plastic, so we had to go get it. So it got too late in the day to try to flood coat this. Once the flood coat goes on, I've got to sit here with this for at least a couple of hours, getting off all these drips like you all seen in our previous videos. So we didn't want to be here half the night, you know, flood coating late in the day. So great news for everybody tuning in. We are going to be flood coating tomorrow. So that did give us an opportunity, though, today to not only get all this done, we were able to completely route this lower top, 3-coated. The entire bottom of this top is sealed with paint also, so nothing is breathing. And, you know, it gave us a lot of time. We ran all the electric and put the back wall on, got all that done, finished and painted down there, plus all that sheeting on. So really, this actually worked out for the best for me and Tom. We just wanted to share that with you today, though, just in case you are in a basement gonna epoxy something, even for yourself. That is a hard lesson to learn. You know, you're talking about an expensive flood coat just to have some wood chips and stuff in it. That would have really cost us big time. So glad we caught it. Now you all know about it. So, you know, unless you got drywall for sure, nothing is possibly going to fall. You know, always look up when you're getting ready to do resin. First time for everything. But anyway, we hope thus far you all like everything we've got going on. And more importantly, we hope every bit of this, all these videos, we hope this helps you in some way, shape, or form. Because, you know, that's what it's all about. These videos take me and Tom a lot of time. And, you know, we just enjoy sharing what has been, you know, over 12 years in the making. We just enjoy sharing that with whoever's willing to watch it, you know, and always the gratitude and satisfaction of trying to help others in their journey and stuff. So, anyway, that is pretty much it for today. So we're going to leave you all like this. This is just completely gorgeous. We're in love with it. We wish this was in our house. I ain't gonna lie to you, but anyway, that's it for today. Tomorrow is the flood coat, so if you can possibly be with us tomorrow or whenever you're able to catch the video, you're really gonna want to check out this flood coat. We got some really cool things we're gonna be doing with this, other than just the color of the epoxy. So we got some really cool graphics, and we got some other things, I don't want to spoil it, that we're going to be putting in all these tops. So this is going to be one for the books. So hope y'all have a great rest of your day. And as always, we'll see y'all back real soon on the next one.